Are we live? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So good to have you all here. Okay, we've been live for a little bit now, and I didn't realize. I thought it was like loading, but it was actually just my screen loading. So, sorry for the awkward silence in the beginning of this. Um, hey YouTube, Facebook or Tumblr or wherever else, wherever you're seeing this from. I'm Daniel Postma, and if you didn't know me, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm really in the money space, the improv space, and business creation, trillion dollar business creation. I think big. I like to think myself as the premium and like high end money coach because I've been working with money as an energy, as a playmate, as a universe for many years and looking at the mental spaces that we have around it, the peace, joy, ease, and glory we can have with it, as well as circumnavigating the blocks around money and finding ways to deal with them in a way that's joyful, peaceful, easy, peaceful, and glorious. Because you should have a money reality that feels good to you. And it shouldn't be a nightmare. It shouldn't be boring. It shouldn't be lazy. None of like those dark or end energies, more like the high end feeling amazing, feeling joyful, feeling glorious, feeling brilliant. I've been writing books since I was a kid. And I've launched a video game company, which was my original dream career, as well as being a writer, poet, um, philosopher, access consciousness facilitator, magician, using the energy and magic, which is just choice. Choice is the energy of magic. It's actually just when you make a choice, then you show up to your choice, and that changes the world, and that's magic. So when it comes to money and magic, it's like if you make a choice, then it will manifest, actualize, and so on. It's like you can't control others, and you can not even really control. Can't really control yourself. You can't control yourself. It's like you're out of control, but you can make choice. You can have choice. You can choose. Maybe you can't make choice, but you can have choice. You can choose what kind of future you'd like to have and what energy you'll engage with, whether that's church, whether that's music, whether that's money, whether that's career, whether that's joy, whether that's amazing things that you like to play with. Like you get to choose what energy you engage with, and that creates what shows up in your life on a regular basis. Um, and it's sort of law of attraction is basically that like things come together, birds of a feather flock together. People who make choices in a similar area gravitate towards each other. So I highly recommend reading the great works of people in the field that you're interested in. If you want to embody a certain energy and attract a certain thing into your life, look at the literature, the movies, the articles written by those people, as well as just contemplate it and get in the fields, journal, meditate, do what you can to get into the energy of the success that you desire. And it's like, don't think, oh, I can't do this. I'm boring. Just know that you can do it. You're an infinite being, which means that there's not a limitation. There's no end to you this way or 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 this way. You go in forever. Um, so it's like whatever perceived limitations are all that exist in terms of limitations. There's no actual limitation to what you can be or do or have. Um, but if you're perceiving a limitation, then maybe you can change it. Um, so it's like if you would like to get more into money and the energy of money, or if you're looking more to be a performer in the performing arts and share your message more, I'd highly advocate working with me. There's a lot of free groups I do. Um, a free money group and free improv group we do nightly, as well as something in the morning, a magic clearing group for around money issues as well. And it's like right now, maybe for this whole year, those are going to be free opportunities. And actually, it might be even more expansive. So it's not like act now or forever hold your peace, but just like next year we'll be even better. and I don't know what the degree will be, but I just know that the sooner you start on your dreams, the sooner you get to enjoy them, right? Um, there's no limited poverty consciousness or thinking that I'm functioning from here. With this, I would like to say, like, you can literally choose anything. If you're not going to choose to work with me, I recommend you work with someone else or work alone with the universe and follow your dreams and find your highest vision, your highest alignment, your highest destiny, and go for it however big it is. There's no limitation to what you can achieve, what you can receive, what you can be. So if you want to be a pop star, is that too big for you, or is that up your alley? If you want to be a trillionaire, is that up your alley? It's totally not out of the realm of possibility. And even if it's not what you perceive as possible now, if you choose it, go for it. It'll come true. Um, these countries just used to be land, right? It's like we turned them into countries, and it's like if people can make a country, what can you make that's even better than that? Um, who knows what the world could be like in 100 years if we are all truly choosing what's possible for us. And that's where I'm heading, unlocking everyone's unique brilliances, geniuses, and helping everyone to be a trillionaire. By 2022, what if we were all trillionaires? What if there was no limitation on finances and we all could afford everything that we would like to have? In terms of creation as well, like what if there was nothing you could not create? What if you had at your disposal every invention, possibility, romance, even um, romantic possibilities are a thing too. It's like you don't have to do this alone. If a relationship is something you desire, I'd love to talk with you about that. I have company with my fiance, ex-fiance actually, but Sarah Mary, called Dating the Flame, and we walk you through different ways of um, being in your destiny and highest alignment through romance, and that's definitely a fun journey. And there's a lot more coming in that space too. So, if you'd like to work with me one on one of the things I really work on is willingness and um, embodying the willingness to have willingness, the willingness of willingness. And that's a tool that I use every day in my business and my work is getting really clear on what I am willing to do. I'm willing to do anything and helping people to discover their hidden potential willingness that relies on their choice but remains unresolved within them. Because within each of us, there is a willingness to change, and if you'll embrace it and choose it, you're willing to open that up, you can be willing to do so much more. And whatever you're willing to have is something you're willing to choose, and then something you're willing to be and experience and have. And it's like willingness is what holds a lot of us back from choice because we think if we're willing, something bad's going to happen, or maybe something terrible happened was blamed on our willingness. Like you shouldn't be so willing to let people in or whatever. It could be. Maybe you have trauma around willingness. But if you'll relax and receive your willingness and recognize the gift that it is, then you realize you're a gift in the world. And if you're willing to do this, what is the world willing to do for you as well? Could be a thing too. It's like with the law of attraction, whatever you're willing to be, you're going to attract more people who are inspired by that willingness, who are looking for that same thing within them, or who have it in spades. And that's the gift. What if the gift of being is perhaps slightly like one that you get to experience the gift of being you, but also anything you're willing to be is also something that you can receive in others. If you're willing to acknowledge, well, if you're willing to be the magic of you, you can see the magic in the universe. If you can see the value of you, if you can see that you have $1 trillion value or more, if you can see the infinite value of you, then you can perceive it in others too. So what would it take for us all to perceive the infinite value in each other and the infinite value in what we all have to create and share and be, whether that's games or playmates or fun, right? Like it could be that life is about having fun. Gary Douglas said the purpose of life is having fun. He's a really funny guy. And I think that's a really good quote because like he is someone who has a fun life. And like the seriousness, the hardship and difficulty of life is choice. And it can be good, it can be bad, it can be whatever, but it doesn't have to be the only container you live in. So I would invite you to embrace your artistry, your destiny, your ultimate reality, your highest vision, potential, and alignment, and look at within and say, hey, what do I want to do in this world? What do I want to leave as a legacy? What is it that I'm not willing to live without? Um, really make that demand of you what you're going to rise to, and that questioning of the universe of, hey, what can assist me in getting here? And you can't control the way it shows up, but you can control your attitude, and you can make that choice to have a phenomenal, a different attitude to what other people have, and to be unique in the way you approach what's going on. And whether something shows up good, bad, fabulous, or whatever, if you have a good attitude about it, you'll keep showing up with the persistence of it. You'll be the gift and the change that creates a different world. And that's what I'm looking for, is a different world. One that is greater, more benevolent, more loving, more kind, more generous, more gifting, with more trillionaires. Maybe everyone being a trillionaire. And it's like, what could I be or do or have or create today that will allow that right away? Whatever it is, I'll be it. That's the choice I'm making. So thank you for coming on to this video. I love you all. I hope you post in the comments what your money struggles are, something that you would like to change. Also, if you'd like to join the money group, type in money group. And if you're looking to add me on social media, type in Daniel Postma, and I'll send you a link to my Facebook page so we can be friends. I would love to be friends with you if you know you're worthy, if you know you're an ultimate game changer, if you're willing to align with your destiny, if you're aligned with your destiny, then you're totally someone I want to have in my life. Um, so reach out to me and we can start playing together. I have some daily emails about wealth that I'm sending out. They've been stagnated for a few days as I've been traveling. I haven't been sending them out, but also I know so many other facilitators that would be great for you as well. If you're looking for people to embrace the change that you be, Desiree Jamond has an upcoming class called "Being Your Own Lucky Charm" or Are You a Lucky Charm?" Which is about being the gift in your own life. Cassie Summers has some amazing classes coming up as well, I think. And she's a beautiful woman who plays with energy of magic and magic you aren't yet of the toolbox. And other fun magic about requesting of the universe. And I guess I wish I could tell you a story. Um, McBroom's One Acre Farm is a really funny story. That's actually a fictional story, but it reflects so much of the universe as it actually is, which is about a family who has a 1 acre farm that ends up growing things so quickly. Every day, like huge crops of magnificent bounty grow every day in their farm because of the fertile soil. It's like if you'll have the magic of if you'll have fertile soil in your life in any field, whether it's magic, whether it's mystery, choice, or possibility, if you will fertilize your soil with your attitude, having an attitude that is fertile for creation, then fertile creation will show up in your life, and the seeds that the universe plants in you will grow through your faith in God and yourself and the universe in choice. And you don't have to be alone on this journey, whatever journey you're on. It's like I completely accept you as you are. That does not mean that I'm not allowing for you to change. I'm willing for you to change. I just want to, if validation is what you're looking for, bam, I validate you. Good job. If you're looking for a different reality, that's totally possible as well. You don't have to stay how you are if you don't want to. You do have choice, and you can always change and grow. And I'm not saying that you're bad as you are, or right or wrong, or anything. Just that you're welcome in my space, and that you're a gift here in whatever capacity, whether you're a friend, follower, fan, leader, a mentor, whatever role you teacher, whatever your role you take in my life. From here on out, maybe it'll be all roles. Maybe we will both be a combination of those roles in each other's lives and worlds. I want to thank you for the gift that you are in your presence. And that's a mutual gift of presence. When we show up to each other, we sharpen each other. As iron sharpens iron, one sword sharpens another. That's a verse from the Bible. I love it. It's like two people making choices and synchronicity creates new reality. So if you're willing to embark on a journey with me, I would love to see what we can create and inspire each other to by being as great as we can every day and moving along the trajectories and desires that we have and being willing to let go of things that no longer serve us or the universe. It's like if we could just embrace every day with the question, how can I be of service? And came with it from that attitude, like I'm willing to die rather than not be of service, you know? I would still love to be of service, but I'll do anything I can. And as valuing me as well and the contribution I can be in knowing what gift my body is. My body is of service just by its being. It's like an infant, right? If you valued you the way you value an infant, then you would see the gift your body is as that healing, nurturing energy that fills the room and the space that it is. It's like you don't have to have money to succeed. You're a success just by being, and you are a gift just by being, and you are a blessing just by being. So when you get that, a little bit more opens up because it lets go of the desperation a bit and embraces the blessing and the peace and loving and the fun and the joy of creation. Of creation. Truly, what gift can you be that you haven't acknowledged, and are you already, and have you always been? And would you be willing to ignite that flame even deeper within you, acknowledge your own value and the trillionaire you truly be deep inside? And lower your money barriers, the things that you've put up for, so I can't do this or that. Just let it go for a minute and allow money possibilities to come in. Get really present with all of the dark energies around you as well. Anything that's too uncomfortable to look at and be like, hey, what would it take for this to change? What can I be or do, contribute or have that would allow this to change? Because it's some of those things that we can't look at that stick us. It's like, okay, so look at the darkest energy in your life or in your room or your reality. Like how can I support this in a way that will allow it to change? Maybe just hydrate if you just need water, a few glasses of water. Maybe you just need to redecorate or something. It's like, what is it that stagnates something in your world that keeps you from changing in other areas? So the elephant in the room, like maybe the dark elephant in the room, is what was perpetuating your nightmare of money that keeps you from having the joy of you. So if everything that is, would you destroy and create it? There's a clearing statement from Access Consciousness that goes right, wrong, good, bad, bad, puck, online, shorts, boys, and beyond. So you can look that up at theclearingstatement.com. It's basically a series of vowels, consonants, and sounds and energies that gets to the root of something, the point of destruction and the point of creation, and eliminates it as an energy in your life and allows you to change. Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, online, shorts, boys, and beyond. It's like the end of the world as you know it every time you run that clearing statement because you go to the point of destruction and the point of destruction of that moment when you decide to destroy yourself in some reality because of some trauma, for example, or the point of creation, the moment you decided to make that decision to go on that journey. And it kind of allows you to unlock an energy in all time, spaces, dimensions, and realities that was holding you back. If you believe in that, that's great. If you don't, that's fine too. I don't believe in it. I just use it. Why do I use it? Because it's fun and it works. And it's like, Pock and Pod is the short version of that, and that works too. And it's like, what has that done for me? One time for 30 days or so, I used that tool to completely heal a mouth condition where my mouth was extreme pain. I created some processes and put on my phone with right, wrong, good, bad, point, poison me on statement with some questions like what would it take to create a generative mouth, and then I had my phone just play on loop while I slept on low volume. And within a few days, my mouth was feeling better, better. And it never stopped. It actually got better. And it's like, I'm still discovering things about my teeth that are changing since that. And that was years ago. Even like, I now have like 3 kinds of whitening toothpaste. I know it's funny, but it's like, I've tried Meswak sticks, which are like an African thing. And I've tried like different mouth whitening things. And it's like, there's so much more in this area. I even discovered a whole business called Happy Mouth that's energetic dentistry. And it's like, I could go on this forever. But even if you're in the energetic dentistry niche and you don't think anyone is listening to you, there's a lot of $1 trillion possibilities for you because there's a lot of weird guys like me walking around looking for possibilities no matter how weird, how wild they are. And it's like, if I exist, who else exists? I'll probably be your client no matter what you do, if it's interesting, even if it's not, if it's helpful, if it's beneficial, because I'm interested in change. and he's enjoying glory and difference. And it's like that kind of opens up possibilities. If you want to play Monopoly for a living, I'm probably your guy. We could probably work something out. Like, you don't have to limit yourself based on what other people are willing to choose in your future or your past. Choose something that works for you, that you want to do with your time, and look at how you can invite other people to it and get into the joy of the advertising of it, for example, and invite people to it. You can create a whole different reality. So I hope this was of help to you. I really recommend the joy and the glory and the peace as a vibration to get on. Just linger on, bask on thoughts, whatever is pure, whatever is kind, whatever is good, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is hopeful. Think on these things. That's a verse from Philippians 3:8 in the Bible, I think. And it's just about putting your mind where your hopes are and keeping your mind strong rather than being vanquished by the enemy, the devil, so to speak, or the demons. What if you're actually focused on God and what He has for you in your future? And the true hope that you have within you, no matter what it is. It's like whatever gift God's given you, whatever talent, whatever capacity, whatever knowing, whatever faith, whatever hope, whatever desire, focus on that because the truth of you is all that really matters. So I hope you tune in again next time. And it's like, if you don't come to my money groups, my threat is that I will keep making these Facebook Lives instead of facilitating the live group. Normally, we have people here so far every night and every morning, and when we don't, I do a Facebook Live or YouTube Live. So you're going to get me one way or the other. And so, if you want to have fun with me, you can come and join me in person, and we can have a Zoom call together. And if not, then I'll go live and talk at you and with you, so you can engage in the comments section. Because I'm going to create my money reality, my life, and say what's on my mind, no matter what, no matter who's listening, for the rest of my days. So I hope to see you again soon. Tune in next time. If you're interested in my improv or my money class, comment below money class or improv, and I'll get you signed up for the mailing list, the messenger list on Facebook, and we meet on Zoom. If you don't know how to use that, I can educate you or teach you. Be totally willing to show you how to do it. Even if you live in my area, I'll help you set up your computer. Like, maybe my dad can help me drive you out and set up your computer for that. And it's like, pray for money. If you have a connection with God and your money situation isn't working, it's like, God, please help solve these money issues for the woman that you're putting in my heart right now, um, and anyone else who also would like their money issues resolved. God, please save them. Here, thank you. Bye. It's like you can pray for money. It's like it's not necessary that praying the right way is going to get you money. I'm not saying that's the only way to get money, but why wouldn't you ask God if you had a relationship with Him? And also, it's like if you do, that's great, and if you don't, it's like okay, that's just one tool in your tool belt. It's like you don't have to live life alone. You can ask the universe. You can ask God for help. You can ask people and yourself to step up and rise to the occasion. And it's like money is just one of those areas that's a big topic and so much is possible to change. So your psychology, your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health are all aligned with money in some way. And if there's some block you haven't addressed, what would it take to address it for you and get that money flowing and allow you to be the generous, faithful giver you truly be um, in this reality for others as well as for your body? And what if there was no limitation of what you could create or what you could be? Amen.